Trump surveyed the damage from the ongoing wildfires. He is promising to help the Golden State rebuild, while also declaring a national emergency there. Now, in the Altadena community, scenes of utter devastation where more than 1,000 plus homes have burned to the ground. Altadena Town Councilwoman Milissa Marona talked with NewsNation a couple of weeks ago. We're happy to say she's back with us this morning. Good morning, Councilwoman.
Good morning. Thank you for having me here.
Of course. A couple of weeks have passed since we last spoke. How are you doing? What has life in your community been looking like since we last spoke?
Thank you. Life in the community is just starting to get back to seeing their homes. Many people, we've had 9,400 structures just burned to the ground. People are back and they are shifting through the rubble. We finally have opened all of the evacuated areas, and the utilities are starting to get where they can. Electric and gas has been brought back to some of the parts of the community. But unfortunately, all four of the water companies in the city do not have drinkable water, and some still don't have reservoirs. They have tanks up on the hill to be able to supply water. And so we're hoping that the state can test the water soon to be able to get it back to the people that are here.
Drinking water is still a concern. What are your reactions to the president's visit where he met with the governor and Los Angeles mayor and, of course, toured those ravaged areas?
Right. I think I appreciate President Trump coming to California, declaring the national emergency. I know he was quite surprised with what he saw, as we all were a couple of weeks ago with the fire. We're grateful that the two put politics aside and are able to move forward so that we could have the money to rebuild the city of Altadena.
Councilwoman, Trump said yesterday that he would like to see a voter ID law and water rights as conditions to California receiving this federal funding. Were you surprised by that, your reaction?
I guess I wasn't surprised, but I don't think that we should have any conditions put forth on the money. People have lost everything. People have nothing, and they need something to be able to rebuild. We need to get this started as soon as possible. It's probably going to be a year and a half until some people can even start building again before all the waste and rubble is taken away. And putting conditions on the money just seems like cruel and unusual to be able to get these people back into their homes.
I do want to talk about your town of Altadena. It's a close-knit community. It's a small community. Trump did not visit Altadena. What do you want him to know about where you live and, of course, the efforts to rebuild and move forward?
Altadena is one of the greatest cities. I raised my children there. They're, like you said, close-knit, all different types of people that come and live together in one beautiful foothill community. I think President Trump would love it there. I think he'd enjoy looking from the mountains in my backyard and seeing all the way down to the ocean from where I live. So I think if he'd love to come by and see, I'd love to show him all of our heart and soul in Altadena.
You know, we're just watching the destruction in Altadena, and it's been a few weeks, and it's still so sad. We know Trump promised federal aid to the state to help in fire recovery. He said this: there can be no golden age without the Golden State. So with this visit, Councilwoman, do you hope this puts California's needs front and center when it comes to federal funding?
Yes, I do. And I thank him for putting forth the effort to come to our Golden State and to deliver the funds that are desperately needed.
We know Governor Gavin Newsom and President Trump have not gotten along in the past. The governor said to Trump, saying, "We are going to need your help," as soon as the president came off the plane. Can you talk about the political hurdles that Altadena has seen? And do you believe this will change now that Trump has been to California and he's visited these fire-ravaged areas?
I hope it'll change. I think some of the political hurdles are definitely, one was cleared when Gavin Newsom signed that $2.5 billion relief so we could get the county moving. Altadena is part of Los Angeles County, and so we're grateful that that red tape has been taken care of. I think now ensuring that the federal disaster is there, that we're able to get the FEMA money moving. It's going to take a lot, given both the Palisades and Altadena need relief so quickly. I think getting the Army Corps of Engineers there. We're going to have rain tomorrow and today, and we need immediate ability to take care of some of the issues that are going to happen with all of that. So.
Thanks for watching. Go to joinnn.com to find NewsNation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.